Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Up to the Real. I am Julian.
And it's your boy
Today
James.
we're only going to talk about like two things today, so just be ready to buckle up. We might just be quick today. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. But first things first. Um, Yesterday was it? Yesterday of recording. So Tuesday, basically Disney released their entire film schedule for the next 8 years. Yeah, but for the next 8 years, there's a couple of movies that's a little head scratcher. Like next year we got Mulan. We got a untitled live adaptation movie that's coming out that I've never heard of. A couple other things that's from Fox and Disney. But the biggest things that are on this list, on this time traveling thing, not time traveling thing, on, on this schedule is going to be we're getting three Star Wars films in 21, 23, and 25, if I remember correctly. And then Avatar 2 was slated for Christmas of next year. It is now slated for Christmas of 2021. And the fifth Avatar movie is not going to be finished until 2027. How in the hell they're going to do all that together? I don't know. But in terms of that, like any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on what they're planning on releasing?
So, first off, as of this recording, Avatar is still the biggest box office of all time, right?
Correct.
Do you think there's draw to see those sequels still?
I mean, yes and no. I'd say yes because I mean it's James Cameron. If he's shown us anything that he can make almost anything into gold, almost, because two of his movies before Endgame were number one and number two all time worldwide, right? Granted, it took Titanic years to get to that point, but it took Avatar like 3 months to get to that point.
But as someone, again, I've said it before, I haven't seen Avatar. Wasn't it more the visual experience than the actual movie that people wanted?
And that is why I'm saying James Cameron does a phenomenal. That's why people go see James Cameron movies is because of that aspect. Because let's be honest, Titanic has an okay love story, right? The only reason why we care is because of all the shit that they go through Titanic, right? And the reason why I liked Avatar is like we were talking about earlier. And somebody said this on Twitter that Avatar didn't bring any cultural significance. It did. It's the fucking reason why we have 3D movies all over the place now. There was a resurgence of 3D movies because of Avatar and how well it looked in 3D. And everybody's been trying to recaptivate that, and nobody can do it very well. So, I mean, I agree with you, and I think that's the reason why this is gonna basically be another movie that everybody's gonna be sitting here and waiting for. Because, like, let's be honest, Terminator came out in '81. Terminator 2 came out in 84, and then Terminator 2 came out in 91, and that was a 7 year budge, but everybody still went to go see Terminator 2.
But I think it's the fact that like that to me is different because when I think of Avatar, I think people want to go see this because of the way it looks.
Yeah, I agree.
Terminator, you're like interested in the story and the robots and stuff. I think more people are just interested in the way it looks. And it's like if you see the Mona Lisa once, it's super dope. But once you've seen the Mona Lisa 5 times, does it kind of wear off? Does like if they're retreading the same ground, like obviously it'll probably get improved looks hopefully over time, but like they're more or less doing all four, the first four, because I mean, even the first all 5 movies close in the same like time frame, it's only gonna look so different from movie to movie, and it's gonna be the
And
same Mona Lisa.
right, and you gotta hope that the story is gonna be different, which I don't think it will because
Yeah.
it's James Cameron, but that's besides the point. So I agree.
Also with Star Wars, I like how they said, yeah, we're gonna take some time off. A year?
Yeah, it's literally
Like they're
a
taking
year.
2020 off. That's it. Like,
They're literally taking a year off. I think it's gonna be Ryan Johnson's trilogy. I don't think it's gonna be anything close to the new saga. Hopefully. Keyword, hopefully.
they just need to chill. Like, I'm I'm very burned out on Star Wars at this point.
See, and we're gonna get, that's a whole nother, actually, no, okay, that's a whole different thing because I'm just like, people say that there's superhero fatigue. I don't have superhero fatigue yet. I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I gotta pick and choose what superhero films I watch first weekend or whatever time I
Yeah.
watch it. I'm not there yet. In terms of Star Wars, I'm fatigued because I say I have Star Wars fatigue because I will honestly say that we've seen 9 of these.
Yeah, and like superhero movies, while they're still superhero movies, they're different characters.
Right.
Star Wars is like always the same freaking characters.
And the only reason why I'm ready to see episode 9 is to see how you're gonna end off
Yep.
this saga. That's the only reason why I want to watch 9. I despise Solo. I don't want to see anything else that's dealing with Anakin right now. Like, I hate to say it, Anakin slash Darth Vader is one of the most overrated story arcs in cinema history. Yes, I said that on stage 3. You got a problem with it? Hit me in the comments, and I will definitely go at it. Um, I'm tired of hearing it, and I want to see a new story from Star Wars brought up. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm tired of this Anakin Skywalker, the whole Skywalker thing, and that's why I loved The Last Jedi, because it's like, hey, you know what? Remember Anakin and Luke, and we told her that they were the chosen ones? Yeah, scrap all that. Thank God. But now we're going right back to it. So I agree.
I'm still surprised they never just did like a Knights of the Old Republic movie. I mean, the game pretty much has the whole script right there. It's like,
maybe that's the 3 untitled sequels. I mean, the trilogy we're getting.
sure. I mean, while it's a story I've seen before, at least it'd be cool to see that adapted instead of just the Skywalker family. And I was like, all right, cool. The Skywalkers are pretty much done. And then the movie comes out, Rise of the Skywalker. I'm like, come on. I don't
It's just
know.
like, all right, whatever. But other than that, nothing else piqued my interest. We're getting, oh yeah, that's what it was. We're getting Maleficent 2 in 2022. It's just weird. I don't know. Whatever, Disney. I don't care at this point. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else on the schedule that
Yeah.
I care for.
Yeah, but we do have some Disney news we do care about.
Yes.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer dropped. We see some more of Jake Gyllenhaal. Looking cool, being a badass, but the whole concept that, spoilers by the way, but screw it, they said Monday was your deadline.
They
So
did say Monday was your deadline.
it's kind of Peter living in a post-Tony world, and kind of trying to adapt with Tony being
Tony
gone.
been gone, yeah.
And then goes on a field trip, and there's this mysterious guy who Nick Fury is like, hey, this guy's from another dimension. Because the snap from the previous movies, which by the way, we'll get into this in a minute. The snap from the previous movies
Created multiverse.
yeah, pretty much created a multiverse and a rift in our dimension. And now he's like, yeah, we could use someone like you in my home. And I'm less interested in that story as more as I'm interested in the Peter without Tony story. Just kind of a lot of more action shots, more goof shots, finding out more about Mysterio, not the wrestler. God, can you imagine? Spider-Man fighting Rey Mysterio.
Parkour
It's looking pretty good. So I am a big person who thinks that Mysterio's whole thing is in the comic books he's a villain and he's an illusionist.
Correct.
I think all of this is fake.
I agree.
And someone was like, well, Nick Fury wouldn't have his information wrong. I'm like, because that's not Nick Fury. I said that a long time ago. I think it's all an illusion. Mysterio is just, because I mean, who better to manipulate than a young kid if you're an illusionist?
110%.
So like he's probably just bullshitting Spider-Man.
I think you could. I think honestly, I think Nick is not in on it, but I think Nick is being getting strings pulled on him as well.
I will say I still think there probably will be a multiverse. That's probably going to be the stinger of this movie.
No, we both talked about this. I think that I was gonna say Rey Mysterio again. Damn it, Mysterio.
619.
I feel like Mysterio is going to be the villain. I feel like he is going to try to fake and say there's a multiverse when there's not a multiverse. But at the same time, I feel like he's gonna accidentally do something along those lines of opening a multiverse, because that's the only way you're gonna get the Fantastic Four and explain the mutants.
It's their cheap way. And to be fair, we saw in Avengers they've created a multiverse because that's what alternate timelines are. They're a multiverse pretty much. There's a multiverse where Loki lives because he gets the stone and disappears. So there technically is a multiverse already. We already know that. But yeah, I don't know. This movie looks good. It looks like it's a good bookend after Endgame.
It's gonna be a nice little epilogue to say, hey, this is what we got going on.
We talked about it a bit at work the other day, but having there's a part in the trailer where Mary Jane he's like, hey, he's kind of confessing his love for Mary Jane, it looks like in the trailer, and she's like, what, you're Spider-Man? He's like, what? And she's like, it's kind of obvious. And we talked about how it's a very weird scene to put in the
Well,
trailer.
it's weird. It's a very weird scene. I was gonna talk to you about that. It's a weird scene, but that's how Mary Jane basically pulls it out to Peter anyway.
Well, it's not that though. It's having it in the trailer.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Why'd you put that in the trailer? I don't know. But like I said, I feel like they did that because they need somebody to be like, hey, how does she know? Did she figure it out in the movie? Like, this is my problem with trailers now. And I guess as a movie buff, I can't stop watching trailers specifically for this show, for our channel. But at the same time, it's like, why do something like that? It's like that's a big reveal for most kids and most people. But for us as comic book fans, yeah, we know that Mary MJ is what they call her. From Jump already knew about Spider-Man, and we already knew that from Jump. I mean, she kind of knew from Jump, and she just had to hide it and play dumb for a while. Whereas in this, it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, general audience, she knows he's Spider-Man, and she knew for a while, right?
And to be fair, it'd be pretty obvious, especially if you're in his class, because they're in New York, right? They go to some of them, a small like debate team goes on a trip to DC.
Yeah.
Spider-Man appears there. Then they
He's
go on
mysteriously missing at that time too.
then they go on a field trip to Italy or whatever, and Spider-Man's there too. It's like, okay, duh, someone in our class.
Somebody in our class is Spider-Man. Who would it be?
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I don't know. It still looks really good. Obviously not going to do the numbers that Endgame did.
Not in the
Is doing.
slightest. Not in the slightest.
But I mean, should be good. How many more months do we have?
2 it comes out in July.
God, it seems so far.
I mean, it does seem so far. We're gonna get to this in a moment. It seemed so far a couple of months ago when we found out Aladdin was coming out, and that's coming out next weekend. No, not next weekend. 2 weekends from now.
I'll probably see that.
Unfortunately, I will too.
I'll probably think it's fine.
Yeah, we'll see. But on that note, movies that are coming out this week is Detective Pikachu. Pokemon Detective Pikachu will be coming out this weekend. I'm definitely going to see it. I just have to see what it's about. A lot of people have been saying, oh, that was the last thing, but we don't have to talk about it.
Reviews
have been good. It's been really good. Some people are trying to say it's something like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm like, whoa, hold on there.
I could see it going for that feeling. Not that it's probably like the same thing, but like a half animated, half real
live action
interacting.
thing. Yeah. Which I can get that, but like don't like Who Framed Roger Rabbit was like the best thing that you could do with live animation and live action.
I mean, if you're telling me it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that means I'm coming out of this movie wanting to fuck a cartoon. So, Jessica Rabbit, hit me up. Yeah, I'm excited though. It looks good.
It looks really good. I'm hoping the best. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there any other movie news you want to talk about?
Nah, I mean, we're kind of in a little bit of a lull before all the
big budget movies come out.
Yeah,
because we're about to get a swing of summer blockbusters because summer blockbusters are literally coming out now.
I'm just like, what else do we have? Because
you ready? So.
I'll give I'll give a thumbs up or down.
In-game started us off. All right.
So we're already there.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
What comes out the 24th?
I have no clue.
Oh, Aladdin. Godzilla. MIB International. Who's gonna close us out is Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. I'm missing Jungle Book, Lion King. There's another movie that's coming out. Oh, Once Upon a Time in the West, even though that's not really a blockbuster, but I mean, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You're gonna say boo to Quentin Tarantino? Damn. Okay.
This doesn't look. I need to see more of the trailer, but like, this is not the type of Quentin Tarantino movie I give a damn about.
Wow.
You know how I don't give a damn about Hollywood people jerking off about Hollywood.
Okay, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Well, I mean, that's pretty much most of them I know. I know I'm missing up quite a few, but yeah, those are some of them that are coming out this week.
Dumbo came out.
Dumbo came out on my birthday, and I'm yeah.
Damn, no one said a thing about that movie.
That movie's been. I've been here. It had 30%, bro. Ooh. Yeah.
Damn.
Dumbo was terrible. I heard. So, oh well, that's Dumbo for you. But other than that, guys, tell us what movies you're looking forward to summer blockbuster. And tell us how you feel about the multiverse thing. Do you think Mysterio is actually doing it, or is it Mysterio, Rey Mysterio playing Mysterio, just trying to play the multiverse? What are your
Also, is
thoughts?
he gonna win Money in the Bank? He's not gonna win Money in the Bank.
But other than that, leave the comments below. And like I said, if y'all are willing to talk about it, come fight me. I am ready for all the comments in the world. But from all of us here at Station, you guys, thanks for joining us and stay tuned.